is up, guys? Phoenix here, and welcome back to part 3 of our Uraraka pixel art tutorial from My Hero Academia. There's been a lot of spikes actually recently in like the Midoriya and the Bakugo pixel art, so I figure I should probably start uploading more again just to have these in the library for you guys. Some people were requesting Froppy. That's not currently being built yet, but it might be on the list. I was actually thinking of doing some Jujutsu Kaisen stuff. But you'll see it on the channel. I might start streaming it more often if I have the motivation. But anyways, let's just go to where we last left off in the center of the hair right here. We have this marker on the 5th block, or not the 5th block. On this 5 vertical in the middle, we have this marker to the right. We can start off today by getting rid of this marker and going down and to the right from it, 2 singles. 1, 2. So now it becomes 3 in total. Down and to the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down and to the right, 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. And all we're really trying to do is just get a bunch of the frills going, kind of like we have these spiky parts of our hair that are eventually going to end up circling back down to the bottom. So from there now, what we're going to do is we're going to go down and to the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down and to the right, 2 singles. 1, 2. And from this second single, this lower one right here, we're going to actually add an extra coal to the right. And from that extra coal to the right, we're going to put 2 more blocks on top. 1, 2, creating this backwards L shape. Now that we have this backwards L shape, if we go to this bottom right hand corner right here, we can end up putting a placement block underneath and going down and to the right, 1 single with coal. We can then go to the top of the L shape, so right here as well. And we can put a placement block on top, so we can go up and to the left, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the left, 1 single. 1. Up and to the left, 2 vertical again, and we're going to do that 3 times in a row. So 1, 2, that's 1. Placement block on top. 1, 2, that's 2. And then finally, placement block again, so we can go 1, 2, that's 3. Let me just zoom out so you can see what we're working with right here. Make sure you pause if you need to. Just if yours doesn't match up the way it should, you might want to just restart this part or just kind of see where you might have messed up. Anyways, let's go back now and delete these dirt blocks. From those 2 verticals, we can go up and to the left, 5 vertical now. So placement block to the top or left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from that 5 vertical, if we start from the top, we can find the second to last block, so this one right here. And we can add an extra coal to the right of it, like so. And then from the top block, so not the second to last, the top block right here, we can just go up and to the left from it, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. So put your placement block to the top or left side. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Perfect. Now, instead of working with the 2 verticals we have right here, we're going to fall back down to this right block we added to the second to last block, so right over here. And we're going to continue going down and to the right from here, so you can set it up with a placement block. And we're going to go down and to the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down and to the right, 11 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. Whoops, I just deleted one that I shouldn't have deleted. Alright, there we go. From the 11, we're going to go down and to the right, 2 flat, so placement block to the bottom. 1, 2. Down and to the right, 1 single. Down and to the right, 2 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. From this 2 set of 2 flat, if we go to the right side over here, so this block right here, we're going to do a few things with it. First off, we can add an extra 4 pieces of coal to the top of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. But we can also go underneath it and put a placement block on the bottom, like so. So that we can go down and to the right, 1 single. From that single, we would be using that to continue the, we would be using this single to continue the rest of the face going down, so we're gonna use that in a minute. But for now, let's go back to the top we just added and finish working with that, because we have a couple more details to add. So from the 4 blocks we just added to the top right here, if we go to the top block, we can go up and to the left, 3 vertical, 3 times in a row. So placement block to the top or left side. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. 1, 2, 3, that's 3. And then up and to the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. And now let's drop back down. And now instead of the last block, we're going to go to the second to last block on this 4 vertical from the top. And let's put 2 coal to the left. 1, 2. From that 2 coal to the left, we can put a placement block at the top or left side and go up into left 1 single. Up into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up into left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up into left 1 single. Up into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up into left 2 singles. 1, 2. Up into left 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And then to finish this off, we just have a quick, like a little more slant to go. We're just going to go up into left 5 singles now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then up into left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Perfect. So that little slant of the hair is done. We can trace it all the way back down now to this bottom right block with the single we had that I said we're going to come back to. And we can use that to start bringing the build back down and finishing the right side of her cheek. So from this single now, we can go underneath it with our placement block like so, and go down into the right 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down into the right 4 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 2. Down into the right 7 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Down into right 4 vertical again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into right 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from the 5 vertical, actually, if we go to the center block in it, so this block right here in the middle, the 3rd block, what we can do is put 2 placement blocks to the left, like so. And then we can actually follow that up with 4 pieces of coal right after that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So kind of like what we had on the left side where we have some of the eye floating ready to start. That's pretty much what we're doing right here with this 4 flat. We can work with it later, but I'm going to just mark it right now. We can come back to it at a later time and return back to the 5 vertical that we just branched off of. So from that 5 vertical, if we go to the bottom now and put our placement block again, we can go down into the right 11 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoops, I miscounted. Let me just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Placement block on the bottom. Down into right 19 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Perfect. Looking at the right hand camera screen, you can see we're almost ready to meet up with the rest of the face. So we just have to do a little bit more curvature. So from the 19 vertical, let's actually put a placement block on the bottom because we're going to split in 2 directions. First, on the left side of it, we're going to go down into the left 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. But on the right side, we also have to do some of the hair. So we're going to go down into the right 12 vertical from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we can mark that and come back to it later. I'm not going to mark the entire 12 vertical. I'm just going to mark it a little bit. Doesn't really matter. You can mark the last block if you want. Just know that we're going to come back to the 12 vertical in a minute. Or maybe in the next part or something. It's going to connect to the other parts of the hair. So I'm not really in a rush. But we want to return to the 4 vertical on the left side right here. And put a placement block underneath it or to the left side. So we can go down into left 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Down into left 1 single. Down into left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down and to left 3 singles now. 1, 2, 3. Down and to left 2 flat. 1, 2. Down and to left 5 singles now. So count carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now this is going to be a big chunk, so you have to count carefully. We're going to go down and to left 2 flat, and we're actually going to do that 7, or actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times in a row. All right. So down to left 2 flat, 8 times in a row. Placing block to the bottom or left side. 1, 2, just like that. And we need to do that 8 times. So placing block 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. 1, 2, that's 4. You can see we already had one of the blocks right here, so we can just put an extra one right there. That's 5. 1, 2, that's 6. 1, 2, that's 7. And 1, 2, that's 8. And a good indicator that you're in the right spot, as you can see, is on the 5th block. It kind of extended to the left off of this 12 vertical we already had here. So if you had to add an extra block to the left to continue with the 2 flat, that means you were doing correct. Otherwise, you might want to check where you might have went wrong, probably earlier in the pixel art. Yeah. Anyways, from those 2 flats, we're going to go down and to the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down and to left 12 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's the bottom or lowest point in the jaw. So what we can end up doing is start bringing that back up to the left side and completing the face. So let's start putting our placement block to the top or left side, and we can go up and to left 3 flat, 3 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. 1, 2, 3, that's 3. And then let's go back and delete these extra dirt blocks now. And we're like 1 gap away from closing this out. So all we need to do is put our placement block to the left side and go up and to left 2 flat. 1, 2. Perfect. So now that's pretty much covered the entire face. We're done with the hair right there. The only thing we would have to do is start looping everything else back around, which is probably going to take a whole entire part in and of itself. So let's start doing that right now by going to the left shoulder where we have that 2 vertical sticking straight up right here. I thought we would have been done right now, but we're going to start it a bit and then we'll finish it in the next part. So going to the left shoulder where we have this 2 vertical coming up out of the shoulder right here. Let me just give you a minute to find it if you need to. We're going to be going up and to the left from there. So you want to keep adding your placement blocks to the top and you should be fine. So we're going to go up and to the left 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Placement block on top. Up and to left 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Up and to left 3 vertical 3 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. That's 1, 2, 3, that's 2. Placement block again. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And basically all we're doing is creating, like, Uraraka has these 2 hairs that's one's in the front and another set is in the back, and it creates like this circular half moon shape. So we're kind of, it's going to be very curvy what we're building right now. So anyways, next we're going to put a placement block on top and go up and to the left 5 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 2. And from the second set of 5 vertical, or the one that's higher up, we're going to find the middle block, so this 3rd block right here, and add an extra coal to the left. And if we wanted to, sorry, I'm going to move my chair, so don't think I'm farting, it's my chair. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that in my mic or not. My chair is very squeaky, as you guys remember from my live stream, so I just wanted to make sure. Anyways, from the top block in the 5 vertical as well, we can mark that because I want to come back to that later. I'm still focusing on only the outline, so we're not going to do the inner part of the hair. Let's just focus on this left block over here, and we're going to go up and to left 2 singles. 1, 2. Up and to the left 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Up and to left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up and to left 2 singles. 1, 2. And from the two singles, if we go to the top block right here, what we can actually do is add an extra block to the left. So this is the top block. We're going to go to the left side of it and add an extra block. And from that extra block, we're going to put 3 on top, 1, 2, 3, and 5 below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we count it in total, it should be 9 blocks, but it was 3 on top and 5 below, and we already had the first one that we added to the left to start it off. Anyways, from this new 9 vertical strip we just created, we're going to want to focus on the bottom part of it, but on the top part we have a little bit to add by going up and to the left 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3, and then up and to left 5 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just zoom out so you can see. And that's it for that top part. We can then trace it back down to the bottom half of the 9 vertical and put a placement block underneath there. And go down into the right 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3, placement block, down into the right 4 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, placement block, down into the right 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3, and from that 3 vertical we're going to do a few things with it. On the bottom block, this one all the way on the bottom right here, we're just going to go and put a placement block to the right side so that we can go down into the right 1 single. Then returning to the 3 vertical again, if we go to the middle block, this one right here, we can actually put an extra piece of coal to the left, like so, and use that to continue shaping out the build. So from that coal, we're going to go up into the left 1 single again, up into the left 2 vertical 2 times in a row, 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 2. From that second set of 2 vertical, or the top one right here, the one that's just kind of hanging by itself, we're going to do 2 things with this top block. First off, we're going to go up and to the left 2 singles from it, 1, 2, just like that. But then also from this top block, we need to add 2 blocks to the top of it, 1, 2. We then need to go up and to the left 2 vertical, so placement block to the left or top side, 1, 2. Up and to the left 4 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the left 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3. And this is just a little strip right here. We're going to actually end up coming back down and then connecting to the singles we added over here on the left side soon enough. But I just need to extend this part up a little bit higher. Alright, so from the 3 vertical we just added, put a placement block on top. We're going to go up into left 4 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up into left 2 vertical, 1, 2. And you can just keep putting a placement block on the top each time and you should be fine. Even if I'm changing direction left or right, since I'm going up, the up block or putting it on top is safest. From the 2 vertical, we're going to go up into the left 7 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up into left 5 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up into left 7 vertical again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then finally, before we fall back to the bottom right there, we're just going to put a placement block on top or to the left side so we can go up into left 5 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Now this is just a little strip in the hair. We're actually going to fall back down, like I told you, to those 2 singles we had on the left side and bring that back up because that's more important. So this is going to actually end up going wider. This isn't the farthest point to left. We're going to continue going to the left. So from the 2 singles that we added to the left over here, we're going to go up into the left from there. 2 vertical 2 times in a row. So placement block to the top or left side. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And it's really, really close to that line we just built up. It's going to slowly get farther away from it, but for now it's really, really close. So make sure you zoom out and follow this if you need to. Pause it right here, just make sure yours looks like this. It's very hard to mess, it's very easy to mess this part up. Anyways, from those 2 verticals, we're going to go up into the left 1 single. Up into the left 3 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. Placement block on top. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. Up into left 1 single again. Up into left 3 vertical, 4 times in a row, so count carefully. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. Place some blocks to the top side. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. 1, 2, 3, that's 3. And then finally, 1, 2, 3, that's 4. Perfect. So hopefully you're able to count that out carefully. Actually, I think we're at enough time for today. So what I want you to do is mark those 3 sets of 3 vertical or whatever we just added. And we'll continue circling out the hair from there next time. Hopefully you guys were able to enjoy this tutorial part. If you were, be sure to like and subscribe for more pixel art content. This is Phoenix, and as always, I'll see you guys later.